Hey guys, welcome to a new podcast series where we're gonna pretty much be reviewing fan made, but also not really fan made DVDs of different film Pixar and DreamWorks films. Why I say fan made and not fan made? Because they're gonna be like the actual DVDs, except when it comes back to the menus are gonna be different, and every time it shows a different like shorts and whatnot, and the extra trailers. You guys know what I mean.
So I guess what Jack's trying to say is like we're kind of doing like a take on what it could be released in the alternative way, or but it still kind of works the same format as VHS, only that it doesn't look exactly like VHS because you know.
Mhm. Anyway, I have it all right. Um, I'm gonna type down the supplements and Duke's gonna read them. Like I have them all set up here on the. There are gonna be menus, but after the menus are done looping for like once, it'll cut to the next. It'll cut to the next either the movie itself or the short or stuff like that. Anyway, I got set up on the Angry Grandpa Media Library wiki. I don't own the wiki by the way. Credit to whoever owns it. Um, yeah. And now for the what? Oh, private chat. That's right. There it is.
All right, so looking at the chat, it basically starts off. It has the same supplements as the DVD. Basically starts off with the iconic memory lane, or should I say nostalgia lane? Well, if you know what I mean. It starts off with the iconic coming to the theaters, voiced over by Brian Cummings. First thing we get is the theatrical teaser trailer for Pixar's upcoming film, Ratatouille. That teaser trailer actually was kind of, I don't know, chaotic.
Kind of chaotic.
Well, I like how it starts like you're like a typical day in some kind of restaurant in France, but then the next thing you know is you see a rat right there.
Yeah. Then the rat starts having some sort of interview with the audience, talking to the viewer.
Yeah, that was some kind of trailer right there.
Okay, coming soon. Now to just type this down. Oh, on.
After that, we get the another bumper, but this time it just basically is for another bumper where It has the same music, but it has different voiceover. And this one is being coming soon to own on well home media. So yeah. We have the Peter Pan Platinum Edition, or Special Edition, depending on whatever people calls it. Um,
Hold on. I'm actually in the middle of I'm in the middle of a role play here. Sorry. Yeah.
all right.
I'm gonna type down the next one right now.
We have another coming soon to theaters bumper. For some reason, Pixar is giving us the same bumper again. I never understood why.
Um. Alright, you can't see me. I'm like gesturing my hands, telling like pretty much telling you to go on because I already typed down trailer for Meet the Robinsons.
Yep. It's been a very long time since I seen Meet the Robinsons. It's kind of a very underrated film. I should say. Like, I don't know. It I don't know. It reminds me of Back to the Future, kind of. Only that it doesn't have a time traveling car or anything like that. Um.
And it starts off rather eerie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That. But then it ends up being funny as the poor guy got his nose shot from the window.
Yeah.
And also a little bit of fun fact for those who are not aware, Jim Carrey was also initially going to voice the Bauer Hat guy for Meet the Robinsons, but um, unfortunately due to scheduling conflicts, he had declined the role. So I never knew this until now, but I really wouldn't mind what Jim Carrey would be like if he wasn't Meet the Robinsons. And of course, we got a promo for NASCAR, which is basically for its promotion for when it was heading to ESPN, ABC, and 1 and 2. ESPN 1 and 2 and ABC back in the 2007 season. For some reason, Jack doesn't has that promo in his copy.
Yeah, it sucks. I wish I had it because it's quite rare to get this. It's quite rare to get this, you know.
Same. I mean, I have my copy. For some reason, I have my copy that has that promo, and it's in the widescreen format. Maybe it might be maybe that one's a reprint, or I don't know if the actual widescreen has that promo. Let me see if it does on YouTube or not. If it doesn't, then it just could be in full screen. I don't know. Oh wow, the widescreen does not have the ES. Wait a minute. I see one opening that has that. Huh. Pixar really likes to confuse me sometimes.
Mhm.
And of course, we got and another thing that we have is the iconic, I kid you not, the iconic animated menu screen back when DVDs were at its finest. Back when DVDs were at its finest.
And how do we describe it? Well, it's great. It's awesome.
Yep. True to that. True to that.
Until okay, usually in real life you press play, but in this alternate universe, you have to wait for it to stop looping. Then it will cut to not Frank, but the piston cup exploding.
Yep. Don't even get me started on the alternative play movie sequence because it wouldn't make sense because it would be in Radiator Springs rather than not having an actual race there.
But then after the piston cup explodes, I gotta type it down first. And enter.
We get THX logo text. For those who are not aware, Cars was the last Pixar movie to be certified on THX until here's the weirdest thing that you might be aware of. I did hear that like when it comes to Cars being released on DVD multiple times as a reprint, like the first time they did it is like during 2011 where they just basically have the same previews for the Cars Blu-ray when they were promoting it for Cars 2, when they were just doing adding some trailers for previews for Cars 2, and while the other one were being released in 2013 with previews related to 2013 and 2017, and then later than 2017 for some reason they still keep the menu screen. They still keep the animated menu screen and THX itself. Like that's weird. Like that's weird. I thought that like that's weird.
We should do a
Reprints,
commentary. Wait, hold on.
re-releases are just confusing sometimes.
Yeah. We should do a commentary on your DVDs at some point, don't you think?
From the way I see it, maybe, yeah.
Although, of course, we can't actually show it or let the viewers hear it because that'll be copyrighted.
That's true. Yeah, true that.
Anyway.
We get the blue warning screens. That's what we always see, and that's what we always see. Well, that's what we always see before it starts, before the movie starts. At least it wasn't a red screen where it has the FBI warning, because this isn't Fox. Thank goodness for that. And of course, we can't end this off without the FBI anti-piracy, because piracy is always against the law.
Okay, next one. It's you know what it is.
Yep. The movie starts with the opening logos from Walt Disney Pictures and the 20th anniversary edition of Pixar.
And Duke has already established this in like the podcast where you read this up where we read a review of the DVD on DVD. Dizzy Cars. This is favorite Pixar film.
That is true, and you can't tell me otherwise. Because Cars really is an underrated film, and to be honest, with its great story, characters, and visuals, and music by Randy Newman, I just feel like I just feel like it's the real winner of the 2007 Oscars, unlike Warner Bros's Happy Feet. While I do like Happy Feet, because with Robin Williams or anything like that, um, Cars is just truly at its finest.
Yeah, and we cannot forget about Frank.
Yeah, Frank. Don't remind me.
And that post-credit scene.
Those poor Minnie and Van. Those two.
And one more thing before we get to the next supplement. Rest in peace to Joe Rampt.
Yeah. Oh my God. Rest in peace, Joe Rampt. I never knew that this was his last project for Pixar before. But I mean, I think I know why, because I did hear that Cars was originally going to be released in 2005, but then I think they must have switched it over to the year I was born in, because it's a dedication to Joe. I guess it kind of makes sense. And for those who are new, Joe Rampt is known as the voice of Lenny from Toy Story 1 and 2, the voice of Wheezy the Penguin, the voice of Hamlet from A Bug's Life, and that's it. Well, as far as I know, that's probably it.
He voiced Shock from Finding Nemo.
Oh, yeah, can't forget that. Yeah, can't forget him.
He actually also voiced Red in this movie.
Yeah, that is true.
Not just him, but also the Peterbilt.
Yep. Yeah, the Peterbilt.
Anyway. And here's the next supplement.
All right, the next thing we have is the animated bonus features. A very fun transition from racing all the way till we see the next we just hear Route 66.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
One man band. It's a very fun looking short. And I never knew it was a short that was shown in theaters in front of cars. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. It is a theatrical short that was shown before the movie. So yeah.
And this is why you don't. This shows you don't always need to have dialogue in your short films.
Yeah, like think of Warner Brothers. Think of cartoons from Warner Brothers where you get silent. You barely fuse silence.
Yeah. Also, that post-credit scene. We were see them trying to reach the coins on the fountain.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Wait, what's next? We're in the ghost line. Yep.
The next short that we have is Mater and the Ghost Light. It's a short that's pulled in new to Cars. It is new, basically a new feature. It is a new short where it features everyone, including the late Paul Newman, to be on a, to be in a, to reprise their roles.
And the ghost light's not even scary because it's just a lantern.
That is true, because if you don't know, the story of the short was Mater is like going on the pranking spree because I think it's like basically resembles the Halloween season, and everyone just had enough, and they just want to prank him back with the ghost light, and they did.
Yeah. Okay. Next one, and yeah.
Next up is the setup menu, and this time it shows Lightning actually listened to his pit crew.
Yeah. That's true. Oh boy. I don't know why, but that's my favorite menu for some reason.
Yeah, because you kind of hear some ASMR like listening to those pit stop sound effects, and you just hear it loop over and over again.
Except here in this alternate version, it doesn't loop because or Fanmade version. Sorry, this is not the. If this is not the alternate, this is not the alternate version. If it was, Frank would have been the play me retransition, but he's not.
Oh.
Thankfully.
Yeah, thank goodness it's not that. Thank goodness it's not that.
But after it's done looping, we then get hold on.
The sneak peeks menu. A very rather interesting menu screen. Unlike, I mean, most sneak peeks menus from Disney would just have some kind of blue background, kind of like the coming soon to or now available bumpers. Only that they are very different than what you've seen from now.
Basically, it takes place at the drive-in theater.
Yep. You basically get the same previews as you've seen originally, but we get I think only 2 additional previews, that being the video game for the movie and Disney Blu-ray,
And
which
I'm
is the
gonna
new which is basically I think the debuts for Blu-ray disc for Disney, since I think they start running in 2007.
and I'm gonna type that down right now. So let me just read the.
Yep, there's the video game promo, like I said. But as someone who has seen Cars, I'm sorry for anyone who has played the Cars video game. I never played that game. But I heard about it. I heard it's really good. I heard it's really good. Considering they actually have all the voice cast playing as their characters again. And at least it's not Keith Ferguson doing Lightning McQueen, because there were some times when Keith could actually play as. I mean, the last time I think if I could recall, Keith Ferguson is like a standby actor for Lightning, like for Cars Tunes and other subsequent video games that Pixar did for Cars. But as much as I like Keith, I think Owen Wilson will be and always will be Lightning that we all known.
Mm-hmm. And it starts with a jump scare. Not really, guys.
Yeah, not really. No. Don't take that differently.
Rated E for everyone. Starts with that.
Yeah. And there's the Blu-ray promo, like I mentioned. Basically, it's basically, I think Blu-ray starts making its debut in 2007.
Yeah. Anything else to say before we decide what we can do next? What we can do in like 2 days from now, and then end this off.
Yep.
Let me think. I'm trying not to do Finding Nemo. I'm trying not to do Finding Nemo next time because we've done that like so many times. So
Yep. We've done it so many times already.
I guess we can go for. I guess we can review the Over the Hedge DVD, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. I still need to buy it, but anyway, yeah. Another short podcast. But yeah, we will see you guys next time.